Hello, welcome to another one of my Trinity teaching videos. This is lesson 3.4.1, Cartomancy, another part of divination. First off, I'm going to tell you this now. I'm going to explain it, as well as there's some pictures, oh, I should say scans of some pages that explain certain parts of Cartomancy I'm going to talk about. In the info bar, I'm going to place, in the description bar, I'm going to place a link which will take you to my like page on Facebook of my YouTube channel, A period R period C period YouTube channel, YouTube channel. In case the link don't work. Anyway, it should take you to the album which I am going to upload the scans in, so you can save them and all that. That way you can learn how to do Cartomancy. I am going to explain, and then, yeah, anyway. Okay, first off, Cartomancy. Cartomancy is divination via tarot cards, or normal playing cards. It's basically reading of cards. First off, tarot. Tarot is the main form of Cartomancy that most people will be referring to. Mostly it's just called tarot, I might add. There are many types of tarot decks out there. There are 78 cards in a tarot deck. 22 major arcana. Then there are 10 minor arcana. Well, actually 13 minor arcana, but those 10, ace through 10. And then you have your page, knight, queen, and king, which are your court cards. They're all within the minor arcana area. Anyway, these cards are laid in some spreads and done to read the future and all that. Tarot cards are... Their meanings can vary depending on the deck. They all have a basic meaning of the cards. You can easily look it up, but every tarot deck that you get usually will come with a little booklet which explains each of those cards' meanings, which are specific usually to those cards. If you want to read tarot, I suggest you get one of the basic tarot decks. There are several basic decks. First off, there's two formats of decks. There's the wider weight tarot, which is the most basic I suggest that you find. The reason of which is because the minor arcana are easier to read because they've got their own scenes happening on it. That way they're more easy to read, and as some people read tarot not just by what the book says, but by how the card looks, how it feels, how it probably correlates with the current situation the reading that you were doing. And then the other one, which is one of the earlier decks also, Tarot of Marcellus, its minor arcana do not show pictures. In fact, if it just shows, say it's like the Five of Swords, it only shows 5 swords on the card, on the minor arcana, that's it. Only the major arcana actually have pictures. So I suggest wider weight style, which most are, I might add. Anyway, the decks I suggest to find are the wider weight tarot, the reason of which is because, one, there's many sets of it out there. A lot of them help you and are learning decks, because you can always have one-to-one if you really want to, and wider weight can always be an easier one to learn on because it is the most common one you find. Most of the pictures of it are the ones used in basic books everywhere. Also, there is some sets that come with the deck and a book called Tarot for Dummies, which is very useful, I might add, not implying you're dumb, it just helps you along your reading way. Secondly, there's the Thoth Tarot. It's an interesting deck. It is good for beginners, I have to admit, but some names are different because sometimes certain names of the major arcana can be changed around. Some of the minor arcana also. Secondly, anyway, then there's the Gilded Tarot, which is another very good tarot. It is beautifully drawn, also great for beginners. In fact, I see people everywhere using this deck. A lot of people love this deck for many, many reasons. Let's see. Wider weight, Thoth. I have to think for a second. Gilded. I do believe that's about the main beginner decks that are out there. There's other decks out there specifically made for beginners that you can find, I admit, but these are just suggestions of ones that I would suggest. Anyway, the other way of Cartomancy is reading with normal playing cards, in which there is two ways of doing so. First off, these are the ones I was talking about. The links to the scans I am talking about will show you how to do the Cartomancy with normal playing cards. Because for a lot of people, those are easier to get a hold of than tarot cards are. First, I wish I had this. I wish I had those scans when I was first learning, because it took me a while to get a hold of a tarot deck. If I could have known how to read with normal playing cards prior, I would have had a lot more experience before I got my hands on real tarot. Anyway, the two forms will be scanned in. The first form is reading with all 52 of a normal playing card deck, except for Jokers on my head. Anyway, it tells you how to read all of them, the separate suits, what each card means, so which is very helpful. And then the other way only uses 36 of the normal playing cards, excluding Jokers, all the 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, and only using the 6s through the Kings. In that one, it assigns each card a number and a symbol, for a way of reading. That is an easy way, I admit. I do both. I have a deck of normal playing cards devoted just for this certain purpose. In fact, for the 36th one, I went through and the cards that I wrote the corresponding symbol on the corresponding card, making it a lot easier to actually read. If you want, you can also always get a blank set of cards, 36 blank cards, and write these symbols on them, draw them however you wish. Then you have an even better way, because that's how it originally was done. But doing it with normal playing cards is the way it was assigned to nowadays. Anywho, back to where I was. So you have your choice of either tarot cards or normal playing cards. Normal playing cards being the easiest of which to get hold of. I admit there are several types of divination that I will speak of that are like this, that require a specialty tool to do so, like tarot. But in some of them, it was alternatives such as the normal playing cards, or they don't require such fancy things of getting your hands on. But anyway, thank you for watching my Trinity teaching, and until next time, keep reading, watching, learning. Thank you. See you next time.